Hello children, good evening all of you. Today I will start with income method and today without board I will teach you. Listen it carefully. Income method, by name it is clear that we are adding the income. We are doing the sum of income, and which income? Factor income. In second chapter I explained to you the difference between the factor income and transfer income. Only for this reason, while calculating any of the aggregate of national income, we add only factor income, we do not add transfer income. The reason that factor income is bilateral: first, the factors of production provide their factor services to production. They add to the current flow of goods and services. They increases the output of the country, GDP of the nation. Then in return they are paid. But current transfer payment, that is unilateral, do not add anything towards the production. So this is not included, but the only factor income we are supposed to add. So first you make yourself clear, while using the income method, you are supposed to add up only the factor income. This method is used in the second phase of circular flow, which is what? Here the distribution phase. Distribution phase, where the income is distributed among all factors of production, right, in return of their factor services, right. Here we are adding the factor income, and factor income, it has three main components, right. Three main components. This is what? Compensation to employees. What it is? Compensation to employees, by name it is clear, to employee. So what it is? This any payment in cash or in kind which is paid by employer to employees in return of their factor services, in return of their work done, right, in return of their work done, right. If I am going to a school, I am only contributing my labor, I am giving my efforts to the school, and are paid wages and salary. So what it is? This is the compensation to employees. It may be in cash or it may be in kind. What does it mean? Cash means the salary which is credited in my account, right? And in kind, suppose here the school will provide a flat to me, right? Here to reside there in the school building only, right? So this is what? The facility which is given to me in kind. If my son or daughter is studying in the school and the tuition fees is excused for them because I am the teacher in the school. So this is also treated as the compensation to employees in kinds. So any kind of benefit which I am enjoying only for the work done for the production unit, whether in cash or in kind, that is known as the compensation to employees. Only payment by employer to employee, right, not by any other third party, right. What are the two components of compensation of employees? Wages and salary. In wages and salary, all allowances are added, right. DNS allowance, housing allowance, right. All the allowances are added with basic salary, and along with this we are supposed to add employer's contribution to social security schemes. What it is? If I am doing job here, but in my old days I will not be here in the condition to earn my living, right. So at this moment the PF pension, right, a fixed amount is deducted from my salary out on source. After deducting this amount, I will be getting my salary, right, and the same amount is paid by my employer towards my PF account. Suppose मेरी सैलरी से 1800 रुपीज़ डिडक्ट हो रहा है, तो सेम अमाउंट इज क्रेडिटेड बाय माय एम्प्लॉयर टू माय अकाउंट. This is what? Employer's contribution to social security schemes, right? So wages and salary and employer's contribution, these are the two components of compensation to employees. While the contribution by employees, be very careful, towards the social security scheme is not added with the wages and salary, because it is paid by me out of my own salary to my account. While COE is payment by employer to employees. So the employee's contribution, the deduction out of my salary to my PF account, is not a part of COE. That is already included in my wages and salary, right? And but the same amount which is credited by my employer to my account, that is the component of compensation of to employees. If suppose compensation to employees is not given in the question, then you have to add its component. What are the two components? Wages and salary in cash and in kind, right? And second one, this is employer's contribution to social security schemes. This is the first component, right? Next component of domestic factor income, that is income earned through property and entrepreneurship, right? If suppose I am the owner of a building, so I will earn rent. So I contributed my building for the to the production unit, and in return I will receive the factor income, which is what? Rent. If I am the owner of capital, contributing my capital towards the production unit, and in return I will be paid interest, right? In the same way, if I am the writer of any book, so and I will give my book to any publisher to publish, so publisher has to give me royalty, because that is my intellectual here property, my book, right? So for my intellectual property, I will be getting the royalty as a writer of book. So these all are received by the factors of production by only here by contributing the property towards the production unit. Rent, interest, royalty are the income and being the owner of property, right? Next year, entrepreneurship, income earned through entrepreneurship. If I am the controller managing the production unit, right, being the entrepreneur, so the remuneration paid to me will be profit, right? And profit, that is the income from in entrepreneurship. And profit has again three components. This is a part of profit is given to government in the form of corporate tax, right? This is the income on the that is tax on the income of a company, corporate tax, right? Next one, distributed profit, which is known as dividend, distributed among the shareholders. Next is here the retained earning, which is also known as undistributed profit, which is also known as corporate tax, which is also known as company saving, different names, right? So what it is, a part of profit is retained by the company with itself, right? Here, so that in future if any crisis will be faced by the production unit, with the help of these funds lying with the production unit, the company may come out of the problems, right? So these are the this income from property and entrepreneurship is known as operating surplus. So sum of rent, interest, royalty, profit, that is what? Operating surplus. Operating surplus is what? The income earned through the property and entrepreneurship. What is compensation to employees? That is the factor income earned through work, right? Income from work, right? That is what? Compensation to employees. And if I am contributing all the factor inputs, land, labor, capital and enterprise, right, by myself alone, right, towards my own production unit. So this, the income generated through this productive activity, I cannot classify that this is COE and this is OS, right? So this kind of income is given the name as mixed income of self-employed, right? It is a income earned through productive activities, so it is to be added. For example, a farmer is contributing all the factor inputs himself to his own here piece of land. So income generated through that piece of land cannot be separated that this much income goes to COE and this much that is through operating surplus property. We cannot do this, right? If suppose I am running my coaching center and all the factor inputs I am contributing myself, so income generated through this activity, on which basis I will classify, right? That out of this income generated, this is COE and this is OS. So this kind of income, being the income earned through productive activities, is to be added. By which name it is given in the question? Mixed income of self-employed. Here the income compensation to employees and operating surplus both are mixed, which cannot be separated, right? So these are three components of domestic factor income. Again I am repeating, if COE is given, so you have to take the value of COE. If since the beginning till the end of question you don't have COE, then you have to add its component. What are the components? Wages and salary, in cash and in kind, and employer's contribution to social security schemes, PF, pension, gratuity, etc. Right? Again, we have to add operating surplus. If operating surplus is missing in the question, you have to see since the beginning till the end of question. If it is missing, then you have to add its component. What are the components of operating surplus? It is rent, interest, royalty, profit. If again I am telling profit is missing in the question, you have to check it properly. If it is missing, then you have to add its component. What are the components of profit? This is dividend and dividends, that is distributed profit, and corporate tax which goes to government, and third one retained earning, undistributed profit are to be added here to just add the value of profit. Somewhere you may find the profit after tax. So what does it mean? In this only we have, what are the two components added? Corporate saving, which is also known as undistributed profit, and dividend. But corporate tax is not added here if it is given profit after tax, right? So you have to add corporate tax with this to convert into profit. So if OS is given, so add this value. If OS is not given, then you have to add rent, interest, royalty and profit. If profit is given, okay. If profit is not given, then add its component. Corporate tax, undistributed profit, and third one dividend. By adding three components, COE, OS and mixed income, it is what? Gross. It is what? Net. Because till now we have not added depreciation. We only did the sum of domestic factor income. So as depreciation is not added, right? So it is net. Net is exclusive the value of depreciation. And it is domestic because till now we only added the domestic factor income, right? We have not added net factor income and from abroad. So it is domestic product and it will be at factor cost because till now we have not added the value of net indirect taxes. So what it would be? NDP at FC. It is very important to know that after adding the main components by any of the method, which aggregate of national income comes. Here again I am repeating, by adding compensation to employees, operating surplus and mixed income, what comes? That is NDP at FC, that is domestic income. Stop here. Check what is asked in the question. If in question you will be asked calculate national income, which is NNP at FC. So you have to add only the net factor income and from abroad, right? NFIA is to be added with domestic to convert into national. If you have been given in the question calculate GNP at FC, So you have to add depreciation and net factor income earned from abroad. The depreciation plus net is equal to gross, and net factor income earned from abroad plus here domestic income is equal to national, right? If you have been given calculate at a market price, so FC plus NIT is equal to MP. So what you are supposed to do must, you have to add the components of domestic factor income, then check the question what is asked and accordingly do the changes, right? Here gross or net, domestic or national, MP or FC. That's it, right? So you are supposed to solve today the questions of income method. If you are facing any kind of problem, I am here with you, right? So be involved, because in all the schools perhaps the for term 1 examination will be conducted in the month of September, and national income, it is very much important chapter which I started. So I need your cooperation, so that because I am also a human being, I need the motivation, right? If you will not like, if you will not subscribe, if you will not give comment, right, I will not be motivated, and then you know that result, right? I want to continue this activity, and your support, your comment, your that one like will give me encouragement, motivation to continue the same activity which just I started, right? I want to share whatever I have with the society, and you will contribute here to me by giving one like or one comment. Have a nice day ahead, and be very good human being, polite, cooperative to the society. God bless you all.